Now we're going to get back over to our HTML directory. So cd to var www HTML bundle. And what we're going to do is, in order to run the Meteor application, we need to set a few environment variables. And you can do this from terminal. You can just type export and then the name of the variable. So let's just create a variable called myvar equals and then the value. So if you're using digits or characters, you don't have to put quotes, but if you're putting a string, so spaces in there, you've got to put them in quotes. So this is a variable. And I've just created that variable, and then I would be able to echo that out in the shell by typing that. So rather than set the variables like this though, because the downside is that as soon as I close this terminal, all those environment variables are lost. And so if I need to restart my app, say in a week or so, I don't want to have to retype all the variables. So what we're going to do is create a shell script to do this for us. So type in nano, and then in documents, so in my home directory in documents, I'm going to create env.sh. So the first thing we need is the crunchbang. And we need to tell it what type of file it is. So user bin sh, this is going to tell it to run with bash. And then we can just start creating our variables. So we need 3. The first one we're going to configure is port, and we're going to set that to 58080. So that's the port that this Meteor application will run on. The next one is the root URL. So we need to set this as to what the URL is going to be that the app is running at. So in this case, it's app.localhost. And then one more, we need to add a Mongo URL. And this is going to be a URL using the MongoDB protocol. And so the way we type that is MongoDB : the name of the user account of MongoDB, and then the password of that MongoDB user account. And then we put an @ symbol. So the first 2 bits of information is the username and the password, and then the host name, another colon, and we're going to specify the port here, and then a / and the name of the database, which in our case is app. And this is literally all we need. So what I'm going to do is hit Control-O to save and Control-X. Now, what you're going to have to do, so let's say I need to restart the app in a week, I won't need to retype all those variables and the values for them. I'll just have to rerun the script. So how we run the script is normally you would run a shell script by typing sh and then the location of the script. But in order for the variables that we're exporting in that script to be integrated into the environment that we're working in, we're going to use the source command. So just type source and then the location of the script. And then you should be able to echo for instance, port, and it should print out the port, and it does. So what we can do at this point is run the application, and we should be good to go. So to do that, just type node.js space main.js. And I'm getting an error because I might have this running already, so I'm going to kill all Node.js actually. I'm going to try that again. So Node.js main. And no errors, so I should be able to go to the localhost port 58080, and I should reach the to-do app, and I do. But aside from that, I should also be able to go to app.localhost, and that works as well. Now, this will work, but as soon as I exit out of here, you're going to see that the app is unavailable. And that's because when you exit out of a Node.js shell instance, basically it stops the app. So in order to run this outside of of this instance of Node.js, you need to install an npm application called Forever. So to do that, type sudo npm install -g, and the -g on the npm install, basically all it is it tells it that we're going to globally install the following application. Normally, if I didn't include that -g, that would just install Forever to the current node instance, which is our Meteor application, and I wouldn't be able to use it elsewhere in the future if I needed to, unless I installed it there as well. So I'm going to put the -g so that it's globally installed, I can use it anywhere, and then just type Forever. And it's going to, check through the package list of npm, and it should install it. And when it does, you should see an output like this. So now that we've got Forever installed, what you can do is type forever start main.js. And we get this notification here. It says it's processing the file main.js, which means we should be able to access the app. And you'll notice that we're outside of that instance in terminal. So if I were to close this terminal completely, the app would still function as normal. And so that was an example of how you would deploy a Meteor application using Apache 2 and the proxy pass module in Apache 2 in order to serve the application through Apache and do some internal translations between the ports and the address and whatnot. And again, this was a look at how much more advanced Apache 2 can get. There are some other things that I'll touch on right quick. So if you are, for instance, using WordPress, and you want to enable like pretty URLs, they call them permalinks. If you want to enable permalinks, you'll have to have a mod rewrite module enabled. And so how you would do that is sudo a2 nmod rewrite. And it's now enabled, and to activate the new configuration, you just need to reload the Apache 2 service using system control. It says service Apache 2 restart, but as I covered a few videos ago, we're using system control, and I would recommend using system control for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.